Yan, so good morning or good afternoon or even good evening wherever you are right now. So my name is George and today our topic is about deposit insurance. This is in the context of the Philippines. So if you are from another country, then maybe it's the same for you, but better just look at the rules in your country. No? So I'm going to speak in Tagalog now for my countrymen. So, ito ay para din sa mga students from LPU in Batangas. So, ang ating topic ngayon is about deposit insurance. Nakikita nyo to sa mga bank deposits natin, sa ating mga bangko. No? I used to work in the bank and I worked for 10 years. Yan yung unang job ko talaga nung pagka-graduate ko sa college. No? In the 1990s. Yan. Computerized na rin nun, no? Pero naabutan ko pa yung mga last part ng nag-parallel pa papuntang computerization. At saka nung nag-parallel din before the Y2K scare ng 1999 and then 2000. So, noong time namin, ang PDIC, yung deposit insurance, is not as high as today. No? Ngayon, narinig natin na 500,000. No? Andito naman. No? By the way, this is not my work. Ito ay from PDIC. Yan yan, no? From pdic.gov.ph. Yan, no? So, pinili ko lang dito. And we'll talk about the deposit insurance. No? Actually, nung someone came to me asking about this kasi alam niya taga-bangko ko. Tapos, meron siyang tinanong na, sir, ganito. So ako mismo, I had to review the PDIC. No? I had to review the insurance coverage kasi apparently, I understood it wrongly also. So baka mamaya iniisip ninyo, pareho din ako na nag-assume na basta mamaya marinig niyo yung aking assumption. So hindi po lahat ng ating pera ay insured. No. Meron lang extent po 'yon. Okay, so start natin with the Philippine Deposit Insurance Corporation established on June 22, 1963, Republic Act 3591. Okay, to provide deposits or depositor the protection and help maintain the stability in the financial system. Importante po to. It came at a time in the 1960s when even in the States, everything is booming. No? Yan yung start ng the big bull run in the 60s, ending in the 1969 when man landed on the moon. No? Or so it seems. I don't know if you believe that. But, nung time na yon, kahit naman nung 1920s, talagang may kita natin the fall of the financial system has some major repercussions, negative repercussions on the economy as a whole. Kaya inaalagaan natin yung financial system. In fact, meron pa nga tayong movie na nagsabi ay too big to fail, yung banking system. Kaya hindi talaga po pwede bumagsak yan. So yung financial system, because of the booming times in the 1960s, kinailangan talagang mag-set up ng PDIC, no, to protect the depositors. Yun. So, ang ginagawa ni PDIC, provides ng permanent and continuing deposit insurance up to the maximum deposit insurance coverage of 500,000 per depositor per bank. Yan. Naku, ito medyo kailangan pag-aralan natin maigi to, yung ibig sabihin ng coverage na yan. So, nagsimula tayo rito with maximum deposit insurance coverage, MDIC. Basahin natin, no? PDIC shall pay deposits. Lakayan natin para mas makakita natin. Dito tayo nakatingin, no? PDIC shall pay deposit insurance on all valid deposits. So, kailangan syempre legit, no? So, normally nasa bangko yan, up to the maximum deposit insurance coverage of 500,000. So, yun ang pinaka-maximum. So, anong mangyayari pag ang deposit mo ay 1 million? 500,000 lang ang coverage. Yun lang ang mababalik sa'yo kung sakali. Per depositor, okay, of a closed bank. Pag nagsara yung bangko, per depositor, meron ka ngayong 500,000 per account. Kasi doon nakalagay doon, no? Okay? Accounts maintained in the same right and capacity for a depositor's benefit, whether in his own name or in the name of the others, are also covered by the deposit insurance. Mamaya marinig natin yung mga yun, no? Deposits are considered valid upon the determination by the PDIC based on bank records that the deposits were made with a corresponding inflow of cash. Yan. Kailangan merong inflow of cash. Of course, kung nagbayad ka ng cheque, convertible din yun sa cash, so considered yun. Kaya yan ganyan kasi baka mamaya wala namang ipinasok, nag-credit ka lang, no? Tapos hindi naman pala talaga legit yung deposit. Tapos in-insure mo, kailangan backed up yun by pera talaga, no? Liquid talaga. Okay, PDIC member banks include the following institutions authorized by the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, BSP. Of course, in other countries, it's called central bank, no? To perform banking functions in the Philippines. So ito yung mga member banks. Banks incorporated under the Philippine laws, such as commercial banks, so karamihan commercial banks, savings banks, kasama din, katulad ng PS Bank, it's nung buhay pa si Bangko Filipino, okay, savings bank, mortgage banks, okay, yung mga bangko na ang kanilang main line is mortgage, development banks, katulad ng DBP, rural banks, of course, marami din tayong mga rural banks, hindi sila kasing laki ng mga commercial banks, like Rural Bank of San Juan, Rural Bank of Lucena, may mga ganyan. And cooperative banks, meron din, and stock savings and loan associations. Domestic branches of foreign banks. So, katulad ng Citibank, merong branch dito, kasama yon. Okay? So, what are covered? Sabi dito, what are covered by PDIC Deposit Insurance? PDIC insures valid deposits in domestic offices of its member banks. Insured deposits by deposit type. Siyempre, ang insured deposit ay yung savings. Karamihan, nasa savings deposit. Meron din namang special savings, no? Kasama rin ang certificate of time deposit. Noong time namin, halos ang savings, special savings at time deposit, halos interchangeable. Ang special savings nga lang, may passbook. Noong time namin, saka doon sa bangkong pinagtrabahuan ko. Tapos meron din naman na time deposit na may certificate. Demand or checking, yun yung mga checking account. Negotiable order of withdrawal, mga now accounts. Yan ang deposit type. No? By deposit account, pwede namang single yung account mo, pwedeng joint account, pwedeng buy, no? May company buy in trust for the account of or another person, no? Lalo na pag applicable ito pag yung tao ay minor pa, no? Tapos pinag-open mo na account. Okay, so ganyan ang ating ginagawa. By currency, Philippine peso o kaya foreign currencies considered as part of BSP's international reserve. Usually, kino-convert na lang yan sa peso, no? Afterwards. So, single account or individually owned accounts or accounts held under one name. Yan. Under one name. Either as natural person or juridical entity. Juridical entity, siyempre, mga corporation, partnership, o kaya cooperative. A natural person refers to any individual person. So, single proprietors are considered to be natural person. So, pag sole proprietorship ka, single natural person yun. Pag naman corporation, partnership, cooperative, juridical entity yun. Ang ibig sabihin ng juridical entity, nagkaroon siya ng personality, no? Character. Kasi siya ay nagkaroon ng existence by law, kaya juridical. Okay? Joint accounts are accounts held under more than one name. So, pag hindi sole or single, joint yan. A joint account, regardless of whether the conjunction end or is used. Noong unang panahon, nung panahon namin, pag sinabing end, dapat present yung dalawa. Pag sinabing or, either sa dalawa. Pero dito, pag joint account, ang ibig sabihin lang nun, kahit anong conjunction ilagay mo, yan ay joint account. Yun. So, insured sila separately from single account. So, unless a different sharing is stipulated in the deposit documents, the insured amount up to the maximum deposit insurance coverage shall be divided equally between or among co-owners of a joint account. So, kung 10 kayo, take 50,000 kayo. Yun ang ibig sabihin nun. Okay? Unless may stipulation doon sa saving deposit document na 10% dito, kay George, 10%, ganito. Yan, kung sino mag-own. Okay? The total shares of co-owner in several joint accounts may exceed 500,000 but will only be insured up to the maximum deposit coverage of 500,000. That is what I said. Now, pwedeng yung total shares niya, lumampas ng 500, naging 1 million na. Pero ang insurance doon, 500,000 lang. Hindi kaya kasi mag-insure ng napakalaki na. No? Walang papayag noon. Meron lang talagang limitation. Joint accounts held in the names of juridical entity and a natural person shall be presumed to belong solely to the juridical entity. So kung yan ay for account of, okay, by, yun. Lalo sa anak mo, doon sa kanya mapupunta yun. So by ITF or FAO, so in a by account, Ana by Ben. Halimbawa, Ana by Ben. So ang ibig sabihin si Ana yung depositor. In trust for, Ana in trust for Ben. Ben is the depositor. No? Sa by, si Ben yung nagpapatakbo nung transaction, no? Pero ang depositor si Ana. In trust for, Ana in trust for Ben. Si Ben yung in trust for, pero si Ana pa rin si Ana ang nagde-deposit, pero si Ben ang depositor. So, kung sino yung may-ari ng account, siya yung insured. So, in a for account of, ayan, Ana for the account of Ben, kung sino yung may-ari ng account, siyempre si Ben. So, to simplify, in the case of where the depositor is the sole beneficial owner of a single for the account of buy and in trust for accounts, the consolidated balances of these accounts shall be insured up to 500,000. So, kailangan yung consolidated balance lang niya na may insure lang up to 500,000 lang. Okay? So, the depositor's total shares in his or her joint account shall be separately insured up to 500,000. So, pag yung depositor's total share sa kanyang mga joint accounts, siyempre, separate yung insurance noon. As depositor with single accounts and joint accounts may have insured deposit of up to 1 million. So, meron siyang depositor na naka-single accounts, tapos may joint accounts, pwede siyang magkaroon ng insurance up to 1 million kasi take 500,000. Okay, so yun yung ating first page. Okay, doon sa last. Okay, palit tayo. So, ito yung mga illustrative example, no? How much is Fe Santos insured deposit if she has the following 4 deposit accounts in the same bank? In the same bank. Okay? Account name, Fe Santos, 100,000 deposit niya. Ang insured deposit doon, 100,000. Ben Santos for account of Fe Santos. For account of Fe Santos, 100,000. 100,000 ang insurance deposit of Fe Santos. For account of Fe Santos, edi si Fe Santos. Charlie Santos, in the trust for Fe Santos, so sa kanya na naman yan, 100,000, syempre 100,000. For Fe Store, sole proprietor, so Fe Store, so kay Fe yan, so sole proprietor siya, 700,000 yung deposit. Anong insured amount niya? Hanggang 200 na lang. O, bakit naging 200 na lang? Kasi kailangan ng total lang nito hanggang 500 lang. Kasi naka-insure na siya ng 100, 100, 100. So, therefore, 200,000 siya dyan. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, kailangan ng total mo lang 500. O, number 2, illustrative example. How much is Fe Santos insured amount if she has the following 3 joint accounts in the same bank? Fe Santos or Ben Santos, 500,000. Since or yan, dalawa sila, kalahati sila. So, 250 ang insured kay Fe Santos. Fe Santos and Charlie Santos, okay, 1 million, okay. Bakit 250? Kasi 500,000 ang kanyang insured. 500,000, dalawa sila, therefore 250. Hindi 500,000, hindi siya tig 500 kasi hanggang 500,000 lang ang total na insurance. Fe Santos and or Divina Santos, 1 million ang deposit, wala na siyang share. Bakit? Kasi lumampas siya sa 500,000. So kahit ang deposito niya ay 2.5 million, 500,000 lang ang insured. Okay, number 3. How much is Fe Santos insured deposit for all her single and joint in the same bank? All single accounts of Fe Santos in question 1 million, no? Single accounts, so 500,000 ang sa question number 1, no? 500,000 ang insured. Okay? Question number 2 naman, all joint accounts and Fe Santos in question number 2, ang kanyang the insured deposit is 500,000 also for a total of 1 million. So for purposes of computing the insurance deposit, all obligations or loans of the depositor with a closed bank, yan ang doon, importante, no? Sarap mo na yung bangko, as of the bank closure shall be deducted from the depositor's total deposit with the same or with the said bank. PDIC Regulatory Issuance number 2011-04. Yan. So question, what are not covered by PDIC deposit insurance? So the following, whether denominated, documented, recorded, or booked as deposit by the bank, are excluded from the PDIC deposit insurance. Investment products, so hindi po pwedeng kasama ang investment, such as bonds, securities, trust account, and other similar instruments. Deposit accounts or transactions that are unfunded, wala namang pondo pa pala, no? Fictitious, hindi totoo, or fraudulent, may pandarayang nangyayari. Constitute and or emanate from unsafe and unsound banking practices as determined by the PDIC in consultation with the PSP after due notice and hearing and publication of PDIC cease and desist order against such deposit accounts and transaction. So, ibig sabihin, pag yan ay nagpa-practice ng unsound and unsafe banking practice, hindi siya magiging kasama sa PDIC, no? Pero ang magde-determine nun, ang PDIC, mag-consult siya sa BSP and bibigyan ng due notice and hearing and publication. Kailangan magkaroon siya magpa-publish muna siya ng cease and desist. Okay? Isa pa, deposit or accounts or transaction that are determined to be process of an unlawful activity as defined in the AMLA, yung Anti-Money Laundering Act. Pwede kasing ipinasa sa'yo, paikot-ikot na yung pera, no? Tapos, ini-insure mo pa. Hindi po pwede yun kasi money laundering yun. Okay? So, yan po yun. So, dito sa number 3, meron ditong unsafe and unsound deposit-related activities include, among others, nandoon niya sa 2011-01 na PDIC regulatory issuance, deposit-related practice, activity, or transaction without the approval or adequate controls required under existing laws, rules, and regulations. Number 2, failure to keep bank records within the bank premises. Magiging unsafe yun. Granting high interest rates when bank has negative unimpaired capital or liquid assets to deposit ratio less than 10. So imagine niyo yun, no? Kailangan pag masyadong mataas ang interest rate, medyo hindi rin tama yun, no? Na ang bangko pala ay may negative unimpaired capital, no? Negative na yung capital, niya, yung equity balance niya. Tapos liquid assets to deposit ratio is less than 10%. Yung assets niya divided by yung lahat ng liabilities niya, no? O kaya dito asset to deposit ratio sa bangko to, no, less than 10%. Ibig sabihin talagang hindi na niya kayang bayaran yung walang liquidity na yung bangko. Non-compliance with PDIC regulation. Ayan. So disclaimer to, guys. Now, this is not meant to supplant or supersede the actual provisions of the PDIC Charter and other applicable laws. The latter will prevail in case of conflict. Ang ibig sabihin, ito sa pagkakaintindi lang natin, depende sa pag-explain ng PDIC sa kanyang mismong circular. This is not something that we invented. This is part of the explanation or guide of PDIC itself. So yun po ang ating kwento today about the maximum deposit insurance coverage, MDIC, and how you should understand it with the PDIC. That's it. Thank you very much and goodbye.